Good afternoon. This is Dave Nadler with the National Weather Service in Peachtree City, Atlanta, and this is your routine weekly weather briefing for Thursday, July 24th, 2025 through the middle of next week. So looking ahead, basically the main thing we're going to be concerned about is the ongoing heat that is expected to climb even higher than what we've been seeing over the last couple of days. As we go through the weekend into the first part of next week, we do anticipate heat index values to climb into advisory to potentially extreme heat warning criteria. That's for our area. That's basically if we anticipate an area to be 110 or higher for several hours in the afternoon, that would trigger us to look at potentially an extreme heat watch a day or two out, and then an extreme heat warning for that particular period of time. And at this point, as we go into the end of the weekend or early part of next week, that's a possibility for at least some portion of our north and central Georgia area. The storm threat is going to be fairly minimal overall over the next 4 to 5 days with the upper ridge over our area. That'll actually help suppress the storm activity, but the heat will definitely be a problem over the next week. So here's the latest satellite. The green, yellow splotches you see are actually lightning, cloud to cloud lightning that's being detected by satellite. Most of that is confined along the northern Gulf and east of Florida. At this point, we got a few showers out there moving in with the east-southeasterly flow off the Atlantic. We don't anticipate any major issues with storm development this afternoon into tonight. But if we do get a storm or two, we could get locally heavy rain, some lightning, brief wind gusts up to 40 miles per hour. So many of you may be wondering why it's been so hot. I mean, we are climatologically in the hottest period of the year anyway for us as we go through the middle to end of July into early August. But on top of that, when we have an upper level high pressure system that is unusually warm even for this time of year across our area, that is what is resulting in the some of the extreme heat conditions, not only for us, but over a good portion of the United States that we've seen over the last 1 to 2 weeks. But for our area, what you're seeing is the upper level pattern. It's basically a pattern at about 10 to 15,000 feet off the ground, which allows the atmosphere to heat up quite rapidly for this time of year. Basically, more of the atmosphere that could heat up than that result is seen near the ground, and the pattern, the pressure levels at this elevation or this level is 1.5 to 3 times higher than what we would typically see for late July, which again is typically our warmest time of the year. So this is a big reason the upper level pattern is why we are seeing some of the potential extreme heat move back across the area, move into the area as we go through the weekend into early part of next week. So looking at the high temperatures for the state, along with the heat index values, the max heat index values, this is for Saturday. High temperatures will generally be in the mid to upper 90s, most areas. Combine that with the humidity, and we're looking at heat index values for many areas in the upper 90s to near 108 or 110. A good portion of the area could be under a heat advisory for Saturday. We haven't issued that just yet, but we'll be looking at that as we go through the day tonight and into tomorrow, which is Friday. Now for Sunday, temperatures creep up. The high temperatures creep up a few degrees even more. So we could see actual high temperatures reach or exceed 100 for east central and portions of southeast Georgia. Combine this again with the humidity, and we can have heat index values exceeding 105 to 110 over the portion of the area. Again, if we go over 110, we could be looking at extreme heat warning criteria being met. So we're not quite there on Sunday, but Monday with the darker red shaded areas that you see 110 to 115 on Monday across portions of east central and southeast Georgia, that could definitely be the case. So we'll have to be ready for that. It's already going to be hot as we go through the next couple of days, but as we head into Sunday, Monday, and even Tuesday, high temperatures on Tuesday, maybe a couple degrees cooler than Monday, but still above normal, and heat index values running anywhere from about 100 to 114, 115 in some pockets of east central and southeast Georgia. So heat advisory more than likely for a good portion of the area. Extreme heat watch and/or warning for a smaller portion of the area, but that could be a pretty good bet as we go through into Monday and Tuesday next week. Now, looking at the tropics, good news, no big deal. There's a disturbance in the northern Gulf that's drifting to the west towards Texas. Not expecting to impact our weather in any sort of way. And in fact, the National Hurricane Center has only about a 10% chance of it even developing into something over the next 7 days. Now, drought, we haven't had a lot of widespread rainfall over the last couple weeks, and this is starting to result in some drought conditions popping up across the area. Right now, the latest release update was a couple of days ago, actually today, showing a few areas that are in D0, abnormally dry. No major concern, but if you look at the predicted precip over the next 7 days, other than maybe parts of southwest Georgia, we're not really anticipating a whole lot. Some hit or miss showers today, maybe into tomorrow. After that, things are pretty quiet until maybe next, Tuesday, Wednesday, where we could get a few more showers and thunderstorms pop up as the pattern becomes a little bit more active as we get into the middle part of next week. But again, overall, we're not expecting any significant widespread rainfall on top of kind of the conditions right now. It's likely to see some of the drought expand over the next 7 to 10 days across the area. And looking ahead, even beyond the middle of next week into next weekend, above normal temperatures over the area expected and near to slightly above normal precip, although I really don't think we're going to see a lot of widespread significant rainfall. So don't expect precip to be a big deal until we get into the middle to end of next week. And that's what this is, I think, keying in on. We get beyond Wednesday of next week, the chances for precipitation, more widespread rainfall increase based off of the latest pattern. So that's something to look forward to. That could also cool us down just a little bit, but we're going to have to get through the next 5 to 7 days before we see a shift in the pattern again. So once again, just kind of summarizing things, the main concern over the next 5 to 7 days is going to be the heat. We could definitely see heat advisory to extreme heat warning criteria being met across a portion of the area as we head into Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. Storm threat's going to be pretty low over the next few days, given the upper level pattern, but those chances could increase just a little bit as we go into the middle part of next week. But that's still, 6-7 days out at this point. So again, the main concern is going to be the heat. So be prepared. Take the necessary precautions now to prepare for if you're traveling, if you're going to be out and about later this weekend and into the early part of next week, that it will be really hot and heat index values are going to be extremely warm and high across the area, even for this time of the year. So with that, we'll wrap up today's briefing. Thank you for joining us. These are different ways that you could reach us if you have any questions or follow-ups on some of the weather conditions across north and central Georgia. Again, this is Dave Nadler with the National Weather Service in Peachtree City, Atlanta. Hope you have a great rest of the day and a great weekend.